Hello, change agents. Good morning, and how are you? My name is Tracy V. Allen. If this is your first time catching me, I am the owner of TBA Consulting, where we help our clients to develop the systems and processes needed to build and grow a profitable, sustainable, and compliant infrastructure so that they can achieve their mission and realize their vision. But most of all, we help our clients to create impact in the communities that they serve. And we're still continuing along the theme of strategic planning because this is one of my areas of speciality. And I really want to drive home to people how important it is for your business or your nonprofit organization to have a strategic plan, to have a strategic session. So in today's session, we are going to be talking about why you need a facilitator for your next strategic planning session. And you do need a facilitator. Yes, I know it costs money, but it will be money well spent. So let's get started as to why you're going to need one. And this is like no more than 10 minutes. So you can sit with me for that length of time, and make sure to like, share, and subscribe if you're following me on YouTube right now or you are on Facebook, because I'm going live to both platforms. All right. The first thing is a strategic planning facilitator can help you conduct research and analysis. So it takes a lot of times, like I've said before, if you watch my other videos, you have to plan before you plan. So in planning before you plan, you need to conduct research, industry research, and you need to conduct research on your programs or services that you're planning to offer, that you're thinking that you need or that you currently have. And you need to conduct that research and then analyze that research and put it into a document. A strategic planning facilitator can help you to do some of that research and that analysis. So that takes away the time that you would have had to spend, which is a lot of man hours to get it done. Okay. And when I tell you man hours, it can take up to 80 hours of research. Do you have that kind of time to dedicate to that? How is it going to impact your revenue generating activities? So that is one of the main things that a facilitator can help you with, is conducting the research and the analysis needed before you actually get into the strategic planning session. The next thing that they can do for you is to ask the probing questions. Sometimes we don't want to dig too deep because we're afraid of what's under the surface of whatever looks good. A strategic planning facilitator can come in and ask the necessary questions because they know what answers they need to get for this process to move along smoothly. They come in and they ask those probing questions to you as the owner or the manager or CEO of the company, and to your staff. And they also conduct interviews with clients as well. So they're doing asking the probing questions and doing the research from top to bottom, because really and truly, when you go to do a strategic planning session, you need to know what all of your stakeholders have to say, how they feel about what you are doing, what you need to do moving forward. So that is everything, again, from the CEO, the person who's running the company, or the board of directors, whoever it is, all the way down to your clients. The strategic planning facilitator actually creates the questionnaires that are strategically worded to make sure that they're getting the right answers, so that when you guys sit in the strategic planning meeting, that you are working with real-time information and information that is pertinent to your success. And the next thing that they do is they set an agenda and stick to it. So that may sound simplistic to you, like, okay, nobody's going into a meeting without an agenda. And the point of the agenda is to stick to it. But how many times have you gone into a meeting and there is an agenda, and the person conducting the meeting or someone else in the actual meeting takes over, and the next minute, you've gone down a rabbit hole and you're trying to figure out, well, how did we get here? We only have 10 minutes left of this meeting, and we're not even halfway through the agenda. One of the things that a strategic planning facilitator does is to keep you on track. That's one of their main purposes. If we're spending 6 hours in this strategic planning session today, by the end of the 6 hours, we need to have gone through all of the things that we set forth in this agenda. So they're good timekeepers, keeping you on track, making sure that they're asking the right questions. The answers are being recorded in a way that you can go, he or she can go back and create that report, and we can keep the process moving. So every time we go through the process, we have the information from the last strategic planning session moving into this agenda and keeping the process moving until we have created a holistic and strategic plan. The next thing that a strategic planning facilitator can do is to help to level the playing field. And that kind of goes right back to what I just talked about. Sometimes you have this agenda set, but there's someone who's always going to want to take over the meeting for themselves because they have such a strong point that they want to get across, and they want to make sure that their voice is heard. The strategic planning facilitator helps to level that playing field and give everyone an equal voice. So the CEO doesn't have more of a voice than the secretary. You understand? They help to level that playing field and let everyone's voice be heard and recorded, and everyone's ideas can be brought to the table in a way that someone is not feeling like they're being left out. So the next thing that the strategic planning facilitator can do for you is the team benefits from proven processes. So what does that mean? This person is an expert at what they do, right? So they know the process that the team needs to go through in order to get the desired outcome. Again, their job is to guide you through the process strategically and seamlessly so that you are not wasting time. No one has time to waste to try to play with the process and throw things against the wall and hope that it sticks. You need someone who's going to come in who knows the process and is able to guide you through it seamlessly, so you're not wasting time, money, and resources trying to figure it out yourself, right? And then the next thing that they can do for you is you can learn from an objective perspective, because this facilitator has no stakeholders in your business or your nonprofit organization. They're there to do a job. So they're looking at this objectively. They're not looking at it emotionally. A lot of times when you get into meetings and it is an emotional pandemic. Okay, sorry for saying that, but it's an emotional, like, vomit fest, right? Everyone is talking from a place of emotion, right? Because they are living this process day in, day out. They work for your company, they're working with your clients, they're seeing all that's going on behind the scenes. They probably have issues with other employees. It just becomes like an emotional vomiting fest when you start a strategic planning process, because again, it's the hierarchy status. Everybody wants to be heard on an equal footing. And if you don't have someone there like a mediator, which is a facilitator, to circumvent that, it just becomes absolute chaos. So this person is going to come in, they have an objective view, they know what the desired outcomes should be, they know the process that you need to go to, and they can quickly get someone back on track so that you can move through the process. It's like a teacher being in the classroom. Everybody wants to talk about at the same time, but if you have good classroom management skills, you're going to control the classroom and you're going to get through your curriculum, okay? And the last thing that a strategic planning facilitator does is to save you money. Believe it or not, if you had to go through all of these things by yourself and you don't know exactly what you're doing, again, you're going to be wasting a lot of time, money, and resources trying to fix it. You know the old adage, it costs more to fix something that an amateur does than it was to pay an expert to do it the first time. Something like that. I know I'm not saying it correctly, but it's something like that. So these are the ways that a strategic facilitator can help you. If you're looking to put a strategic plan together, I am going to suggest that you reach out to someone like myself to help you through the process and make it efficient for you and beneficial for your company. All right, thank you, Change Agents, for joining me today. And remember, there's someone in your community that needs the products and services that your business or nonprofit provides. And it's up to you to make sure that you get that process right. Have a great day.